All right there, what up there people? Today, I've talked about this in the previous video. I want to make a video on this problem I have today just to, well, I'll see if it's short because I talk a lot. But I want to make a short video on this. So, past videos, I've been trying to ride around on my Nanrobot here and it's cutting off on me early now. If I'm correct, this thing has cut off on me 3 times at 52 volts. I can't quite remember the first time. I don't remember what volts it was at the first time. I could have swore it was at 52 volts, but at this time I'm starting to believe it was indeed 52 volts, simply because the last 2 times it cut off at 52 volts. So I haven't touched the scooter since, so it's been sitting at 52 for about 4 days now, maybe more. But as you can tell, it's now starting to kind of dip down to 51.9. But for the last few days, it's still been sitting flat at 52 volts. So this was the last time it cut off on me, which was the last video. And after that, I haven't rode it since, so that's why I said the same voltage. But once again, as you can see here, it's at 52 volts flat. I don't think it's ever cut off at any volts higher. Like it's never cut off at 57, 56, 55. But it's only cutting off at this time. So with this issue, with this cutting off issue, I started to think that this was a battery issue, but I don't really know enough about this stuff, so I wasn't 100% sure. I felt the motors felt fine. They didn't feel like super hot, and I've gotten these motors hot. The hottest I got the motor recently, when it just started cutting off again, I touched the motor and I've gotten it already that hot before and drove it like 13 miles in 110 or 109, maybe 112 degree weather. They were fine, so I didn't think it was the motors, but I just didn't know what it could be, because when it cuts off, I don't really get like an error code on the display that'll tell that I could possibly search up and let me know what the problem is. The last video I did upload, I got some comments on it. Some of these comments really did help out, at least one main comment. But the last video, I had a couple people asking me to check the P settings on this thing right here. Now, let's pull the camera a little closer, but I could have swore I have checked already. But if we go in here, let's see which setting it is for the voltage cutoff. I think it's, no, it's not 9, it must be 1. Yep, it says 43 right here. And if I'm correct, when looking at the comments, they did say the setting to change the voltage cutoff is P1. This is a P1 says 43 volts, so they didn't mess up on the voltage cutoff time, because when this controller was sent, when this little display was sent here, since I had to get it replaced because this throttle, one of my siblings broke this throttle and they still deny it till today, but one of them broke it. I got a whole new display, and when I got the new display, I never touched the settings, so that 43 came, and it was already set. There was no mess ups. So that's that. Now, I forgot to say this. I want to say this right off the bat, but I haven't contacted Nanrobot about any of this yet, so I definitely will soon. But yeah, it just kind of sucks. So another comment I got though, which makes me definitely feel like it is a battery then, because I'm sure this guy knows exactly what he's talking about. But somebody in the comment of the last video I did where the scooter cut off on me again, they said they know a lot about batteries, and it sounds like I'm either having a BMS problem or unbalanced cell. The only way I could find out is by opening the battery up and messing around with the cells to see which one might be either too low in voltage or too high, which can be dangerous. At least that's what he said. I'm assuming it could be with the little research I've done, but I've never opened up and messed with battery cells like that, so I don't want to risk that. Or the second thing to try to do to see if you have an unbalanced cell is keep it charged for a very long time and see if this charge is up to 58.8 volts, because I think that's what these are supposed to charge to. And I guess I can try that out. But someone else asked, do I have a first gen or a second gen? I think this is a first gen Nanrobot. The reason why I think mine is a first gen, I got this back in August 2020, but my battery showed a date somewhere around, says 2020 6/11, so June 11th 2020. So this could have been made in June, sitting in the workshop or the whatever it's called for 2 months, and then that's when mine got ordered and they sent it to me. Yeah, so might be repeating myself here, but I definitely think the issue is a battery problem, because this scooter is definitely not cutting off randomly. It's cutting off early. Like that project down there, the Project Flash, that was never cutting off early. It would just cut at any random voltage. It could be a high voltage or a low voltage, and that was cutting because my retarded self was putting 100 amps into a 60 amp battery. The battery can do up to 180, so it was handling it, but not for that long, which I might have shortened the lifespan of this battery in that bike, which sucks. But ever since I fixed that up, I haven't rode the bike too often because I wanted to put more videos out on these bikes, but it hasn't cut off ever since I did that. Where this, it consistently has cut off at 52 volts. So this is cutting off early. So for me, yeah, this definitely has to be a battery issue. And from one of my viewers, the comments I got from one of my viewers in the last video might have definitely proved that this is probably a battery issue. Like I said, I haven't contact Nanrobot. I probably will, just to see what they'll say. But until then, yeah, I'm assuming it's a battery issue. So one thing I was wondering, now that this scooter doesn't work, I have one problem. The battery is, you can finally get a replacement battery off of Roadrunners, but the battery's like $600. Now that's not, I don't think that's an extremely expensive battery. I think that's about the price of your regular, maybe a little higher. I got that battery over there, 72 volt, for that, for $700. So this is $100 cheaper for only a 52 volt. Even though prices are going up, that battery down there is now $900 or $800, but not too expensive than your average 48 to 52 volt battery at 26 amp hours. It's more of, I don't have the money. I don't have $600 right now to get this a new battery. Usually I would do house jobs to get money. That's how I kind of built this project. I got the motor and the battery for my birthday, and then getting the metals and the headlight and all that. I did a lot of house jobs, and then my parents would pay me, and then I started getting the parts that way. But besides that, I don't have $600, and I can't do that much house jobs because ever since we moved into this house, not only is obviously the rent higher, I mean, look at the house. My parents are getting a lot of new furniture and stuff to decorate the house since it's so much bigger. They're trying to get new stuff. So my parents are really broke, so I can't do too much house jobs. But I've done a little already, and if I ever do a house job to stack a stack of $600, that $600 is not going to go to this Nanrobot. I'm working on another project, another e-bike or electric motorcycle project, more on the electric motorcycle side, most definitely this time. But my personal opinion is it's gonna look, and I want it, and I'm gonna make it much better than this. And when I say better, I mean faster, stronger, maybe even more mileage. But yeah, if I get $600, I'm not putting it into this. So while I wait, while I get that other project out the way, I'm trying to figure out if I can ever get, whenever I get $600 on my hands, do I want to give this a new battery? I wonder if this thing's under warranty. Probably not, I don't know. But do I want to give this thing a new battery and keep it the Nanrobot scooter it is, or do I want to strip it down, take the motors off, take out the controllers, dump the body, maybe take some parts off of it, and either turn this into one, a mini bike, or two, a go-kart. For the longest, I've been wanting to do a go-kart. I tried to do a go-kart project all the way back in like 2019. I had a little pedal cart, but that failed because I never got the money to actually be able to put an engine down. I was going to do a 49cc gas engine, but yeah, never got the money. Just I never got the engine. And then honestly, the pedal cart was pretty flimsy. It was made with some flimsy metal. So if I make a go-kart, I'm definitely going to make my own frame this time. And the dirt bike, or the mini bike project, I kind of just spoiled it. I honestly, after the project I'm working on now, I wanted to make something that can do trails and off-roading. I'm pretty much a dirt bike. But honestly, I don't know if I want to do a full-size dirt bike. I don't even know if I want to do a smaller dirt bike. I feel like if I do something mini, it'll be cooler because I've never really done a mini project, and it'll be cheaper because the motor would be cheaper, the wheels and tires would be cheaper, less metal to use on such a small frame, smaller battery. It doesn't need to have ridiculous mileage, it doesn't need to have ridiculous speed. I just want a decent amount of speed, at least like 40, and then some good torque for some trail riding and off-roading. And if I take this apart, the wheels will be like extra small than what I planned for, but I would already have motors and I already have controllers. The only thing I would need is the body and a battery. So I'm really thinking, what should I do with this Nanrobot? Should I hold on to it and repair it, or should I trash it and turn it into something different? Okay, I just realized I was about to end this video early, but there's something I forgot about. I think I said this already, but I definitely am going to try out the charging technique. So I'm going to leave this thing charged probably for a couple of days. I'm going to give it until whatever this thing turns green. And when it turns green, I'm going to see if it's at 58.8 volts. One thing I will say that's weird about that is my brother and my dad's scooter, no, actually my brother's, his is not fully charged right now. At least I don't think it is, but his scooter would charge up to 59 volts. So I never really focused on the 58.8. And I'm trying to remember, this is already going up, but I'm trying to remember, did this used to go up to 58.8? Because I never really paid attention, so I don't really know. I know it would get up to 58, but I don't know if it was at 58.8. But I'm gonna try that technique, and then once it's done charging, I'll get back to it. Alright people, so it's only been a day later, but this charger is now showing green. 58.2. This is indeed low. 58.3. It was just flashing back and forth, but yeah, there we go, flashing 58.3, 58.2. Yeah, this is so I might legit have an off sale. Now I don't know how much longer I'm trying to extend this video. If anything, I'm trying to get this video, I'm about to edit this video, upload it right now. Today's like Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. So I'm gonna try to get this video out right now. So I'm gonna just keep this thing plugged up for a couple more days, and I'll talk about it maybe in the next video or in the comments whenever I check on it again. So yeah. But so far, this charger's proclaiming it's fully done, and that's what it's looking like. So I'll end this here. It has been me. If y'all enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out the links in the description. Gaming channel, music channel if you're into that stuff. Stay tuned for more if you're into this stuff. And I am out. Peace.